My name is Natalie Palmer and I'm a veterinary nurse with Byron Bay Wildlife Hospital. I've always wanted to work with animals and wildlife in particular. Wildlife health and conservation is really important to me. Of course, the happy endings where you get a patient come in, we are able to help them, and then we have the wonderful carers who will then care for them and release them, and being a part of that is just really special. When you're not able to offer any kind of help, it can be pretty heartbreaking sometimes if we're not able to help something. So I am a veterinary nurse, but I'm also a graduate marine and environmental scientist. So marine conservation in particular is where my biggest passion is. So favourite patients that we see here are probably the green sea turtles and the sea snakes as well, anything that comes from the ocean. The science that I do isn't so much in the water, but it's in the lab. So I'm sort of working with samples of whales in particular that have beached locally and seeing whether there's any kind of marine pollutions in those tissues. The species that my focus is on is the beaked whales, so they're quite rare. We only really know they're here from strandings, so any kind of data that we can get from those strandings is really important. There were quite a few whales within my study that had potentially toxic concentrations of metals in particular, including the whale that beached 6 months after the floods locally in Lennox Head. It's really important that we take care of where we're putting our rubbish, what kind of things we're putting down the sink, what kind of products we're using in our house, how much plastic we're using, and also in times like the floods, mitigating those sort of problems better so that we don't continue to pollute the marine systems we have here. So I'll be presenting my research on cetacean contaminant analysis at Eco Summit in the Gold Coast, AMSA conference in the Gold Coast, a Mercury symposium in Canberra, and also CTAC and Ecotox conference in Townsville. So I feel really lucky to be a part of the vet team within the truck, within the Byron Bay Wildlife Hospital, because our job isn't always easy, but to have such a supportive and knowledgeable and inspiring team to work with is just so great. I would say that it is an incredibly rewarding place to work, and we are constantly learning, constantly being blown away by the kind of wildlife that we're seeing come in here. Species we've never even knew existed sometimes. It's great every single day.